There are many long rivers in the world, but which ones are the longest? Naturally, there is a disagreement over the answer to this question. While the Nile has traditionally been considered to be longest in the world, the Amazon has some pretty fierce defenders as well. The debate arises over the difficulty in determining the full extent of a river, and also because measurements differ according to who measured them. Another source of disagreement is the role played by tributaries, with some scientists arguing for their inclusion while others leave them out. Luckily, when determining length, several major rivers stand out from the crowd. There are many factors in determining the precise length of a river. These include the source, the identification, or the definition, of the river's mouth, and the scale of measurement when determining the river length between source and mouth. As a result, the length measurements of many rivers are only approximations. A river's true source is considered to be the source of whichever tributary is farthest from the mouth, but this tributary may or may not have the same name as the main stem river. Furthermore, it is sometimes hard to state exactly where a river begins, especially rivers that are formed by ephemeral streams, swamps, or changing lakes. The mouth of a river is hard to determine in cases where the river has a large estuary that gradually widens and opens into the ocean. Some rivers do not have a mouth, and instead dwindle to very low water volume and disappear underground. A river may also have multiple channels, or anabranches, and it may not be clear how to measure the length through a lake. Seasonal and annual changes may alter rivers as well, not to mention cycles of erosion and flooding, dams, levees, and geological engineering. In addition, the length of meanders can change significantly over time when a new channel cuts across a narrow strip of land, bypassing a large river bend. Although rivers only account for 2% of the world's liquid surface water, they play a pivotal role on planet Earth. Whether deep or shallow, slow-moving or fast-flowing, millions of people around the world depend on rivers for fresh drinking water, navigation, irrigation, and their livelihoods. Rivers are also biodiversity hotspots supporting thousands of species of fish, animals, and other wildlife. 1. The Nile River. Length, 6,650 kilometers. Location, North Africa. Flows through the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Sudan, the Republic of the Sudan, Egypt. It is a widely known fact that the Nile is the longest river in the world. Stretching for 6,650 kilometers, it is the equivalent of 65,000 football pitches. Flowing from south to north, the Nile River begins in the Democratic Republic of the Congo and ends in Egypt, where it feeds into the Mediterranean Sea. It travels through 11 countries in total, the other 9 being Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, Uganda, Kenya, Ethiopia, Eritrea, South Sudan, and the Republic of the Sudan. The world's longest waterway is extremely important in terms of transportation, and as a source of water, with more than 300 million people living in the countries it runs through. The river is also essential for wildlife, with a variety of species using it as a source of water, including elephants, buffaloes, wildebeests, and gazelles. Plus, it is home to the much-feared Nile crocodile, as well as the hippopotamus. 2. The Amazon River. Length, 6,400 kilometers. Location, South America. Flows through Peru, Colombia, Brazil. South America's Amazon River comes a close second, measuring 6,400 kilometers in length, although it is the world's biggest river in terms of volume. Starting in Peru, the Amazon River flows through Colombia and Brazil before emptying into the Atlantic Ocean. The second longest river in the world is a vital life source for the rainforest that surrounds it. One of the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth, the Amazon rainforest is home to more than 3 million species that rely on the river to stay alive. The river itself is also extremely biodiverse, containing more than 2,500 species of fish, endangered Amazon River dolphins, otters, manatees, anacondas, and various other species of reptiles. 3. The Yangtze River. Boats cruising through the Three Gorges Dam on the Yangtze River in China. Length, 6,300 kilometers. Location, China. Flows through Tibet, Qinghai, Sichuan, Yunnan, Chongqing, Hubei, Hunan, Jiangxi, Anhui, Jiangsu, and Shanghai. Measuring 6,300 kilometers in length, the Yangtze River in China is the world's third longest river and the longest river in Asia. It is also the world's longest river that runs through just one country. It travels through several of China's regions beginning in Tibet and passing through Qinghai, Sichuan, Yunnan, Chongqing, Hubei, Hunan, Jiangxi, Anhui, and Jiangsu, all the way to Shanghai, where it drains into the East China Sea. The Yangtze River creates a vast range of natural ecosystems as it journeys from west to east, providing habitats for many different species, including the giant panda, snow leopard, and Yangtze finless porpoise. Not only that, but the river is of paramount importance to people, with around a third of the population of China living on its banks. 4. The Mississippi River System. Length, 6,270 kilometers. Location, United States. Flows through Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Texas, Oklahoma, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia, Kentucky, Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana. On its own, the Mississippi River is just 3,766 kilometers long, but when combined with the Missouri and Jefferson rivers, it is the fourth longest river system in the world. The Mississippi River flows from Minnesota to the Mississippi River Delta in the Gulf of Mexico, while the Jefferson River flows through Montana and joins with the Missouri River, which ends in Missouri. The Mississippi-Missouri-Jefferson River system was formed when it was realized that the Jefferson River was the Mississippi River's farthest source. A haven for wildlife, this river system boasts a wide range of diverse habitats, from wet forests and marshes to sandy beaches and stretches of open water. 5. The Yenisei River System. Length, 5,539 kilometers. Location, Russia. Flows through Tuva, Kakhovka, Krasnoyarsk Krai. The fifth longest river in the world is the Yenisei River System, which measures 5,539 kilometers long and runs through the Russian federal subjects of Tuva, Kakhovka, and Krasnoyarsk Krai before emptying into the Arctic Ocean. This river system comprises the Selenge River, the Angara River and the Yenisei River. While the river system itself is not particularly deep, the Selenge River flows into Lake Baikal, which is not only the deepest but the oldest lake in the world. Excluding Lake Baikal, the Yenisei is home to 55 native fish species, with its banks providing habitat for the largest reindeer herd in the world, the taimur. Additionally, a diverse range of other wildlife and flora can be found in the Yenisei Valley, including Siberian pine and larch trees. The Yenisei River system is a source of transportation, food, and power to more than 1 million people. However, it is thought to be contaminated by radioactive discharge from a bomb-making facility in the secret city of Krasnoyarsk 26, now known as Zheleznogorsk. 6. The Yellow River. Length, 5,464 kilometers. Location, China. Flows through Qinghai, Sichuan, Gansu, Ningxia, Inner Mongolia, Shaanxi, Shaanxi, Henan, Shandong. Running 5,464 kilometers from China's Bayankala Mountains and feeding into the Bohai Sea, the Yellow River is the sixth longest in the world. As it travels from west to east, it passes through 9 of China's provinces: Qinghai, Sichuan, Gansu, Ningxia, Inner Mongolia, Shaanxi, Shaanxi, Henan, and Shandong. Also called the Huanghe or Huang River, this great river is known as the Mother River of China, as it is the place where Chinese civilization started. The Yellow River's importance and relevance continue today, being home to around 160 different species of fish and having several major hydroelectric dams and power plants built across it. 7. The Obi River. Length, 5,410 kilometers. Location, Russia. Flows through, Siberia. Also known as the Obi-Irtysh River, the Obi is the world's 7th largest river, stretching 5,410 kilometers. Originating in the Atlas Mountains, the Obi River runs from southwest to northwest Siberia, taking in the Russian federal subjects of Novosibirsk, Tomsk, Khanty-Mansi, and Yamalo-Nenets and emptying into the Arctic Ocean. Novosibirsk, the largest city in Siberia and the third largest in Russia, is located along the banks of the Obi River, and the world-renowned Trans-Siberian Railway crosses the river here. As well as being a major source of fishing, the river provides drinking water, irrigation, and power via several power plants like Novosibirsky AGES. 8. The Rio de la Plata River System. Length, 4,880 kilometers. Location, South America. Flows through, Brazil, Paraguay, Argentina. Not only is the Rio de la Plata the 8th longest river in the world, it is the widest river in the world, with a maximum width of 220 kilometers. Although the Rio de la Plata itself is only 290 kilometers long, the river system includes the Parana River and the Rio Grande River. Running for 4,880 kilometers, the river system starts in Brazil at the confluence of the Rio Grande and flows south through Paraguay. From here it joins the Uruguay River, and ends in Argentina, where it empties into the South Atlantic Ocean. There are several major cities situated on the edges of the Rio de la Plata River, most notably, the capital of Argentina, Buenos Aires. Containing both fresh water from the Uruguay and Parana rivers and salt water from the ocean, the Rio de la Plata is an estuary, which means it is home to a variety of species, such as La Plata dolphins and green, leatherback and loggerhead sea turtles. 9. The Congo River. Length, 4,700 kilometers. Location, Central Africa. Flows through, Zambia, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic, Cameroon, the Republic of Congo, Angola. Following the world's widest river is the Congo River, which is the world's deepest, with depths of more than 720 feet in some spots. Another of this river's accolades is that it is the only river to cross the equator twice. The 9th longest river in the world, the Congo River is 4,700 kilometers long, flowing through Zambia, Tanzania, Burundi, Rwanda, the Democratic Republic of Congo, the Central African Republic, Cameroon, the Republic of Congo and Angola. The Congo's source is generally agreed to be the Chambeshi River, and after passing through the 9 countries listed above, it drains into the Atlantic Ocean. More than 700 types of fish can be found in the Congo River, nearly 500 of which are native species. 10. The Amur River. Length, 4,444 kilometers. Location, the Far East. Flows through, Russia, China. Taking the 10th spot on the longest rivers in the world list is the Amur River, which runs for 4,444 kilometers along the border between Russia and China. It begins in the hills in the western part of northeast China, where the Shilka and Argun rivers meet and flow east and south until it empties into the Sea of Okhotsk, the Pacific Ocean and the Strait of Tartary. In China, the river is known as the Heilongjiang, which translates to Black Dragon River, but in Russia, it is called the Amur. The Amur River is home to the Amur soft-shell turtle and Indian lotus, and it is thought to contain at least 123 species of fish, including the predatory Amur pike, carp, yellow cheek and northern snakehead, as well as the Kalyuga, which can grow to more than 18 feet in length. Thank you for watching this video.